Okay, you guys, here's the double standard. Here's the double standard. Anyway, I'm gonna read this, and I'm curious what you guys think. Black cop who mistakenly shot white woman charged with intentional murder. You guys know who this is. And if you don't, well, I'll just read the article. You'll know. A judge in a Minneapolis court has ruled that an officer who killed a woman on duty will face another murder charge in the shooting. Officer Mohammed Noor responded to a call of a possible domestic dispute in July 2017 while sitting in a car with his partner, Justine Ruzchik, banged on the back of the vehicle and came around to the driver's side. At some point, Noor shot across his partner through the window, fatally injuring Ruzchik, who died at a hospital. Tragically, it was Ruzchik who called 911 to report a possible crime. In the aftermath of the shooting, Noor, a Muslim immigrant from Somalia, was charged with third-degree unintentional murder and second-degree manslaughter. Prosecutors in the case wanted to add a more serious charge, and on December 7th, 2018, they got their wish. Hennepin District Judge Catherine Quaintance approved an additional charge of second-degree intentional murder against Noor in the case. The prosecutor maintains that Noor deliberately shot Ruzchik. That night and fired with the tragic occurrence, managing to send a 9mm bullet across his partner's body through a narrow space opening of the driver's side window. As a result of the second-degree intentional murder, Noor faces up to 40 years in prison if convicted on that charge alone. A conviction of third-degree murder, which carries a maximum of 25 years maximum sentence of 25 years, while the penalty for the second-degree manslaughter is 10 years or a $20,000 fine. At the time of the shooting, the country was still grappling with other police shootings of unarmed black men. But while the white officers involved in those shootings received support from the Fraternal Order of Police and the NRA, no such was given for Noor in the killing of an unarmed white woman in pajamas. Instead, Noor's personal life was explored. And past complaints against him were immediately released for scrutiny. Noor's treatment stands in contrast to that of the officer who was involved in the shooting of Philando Castile, Geronimo Yanez. You know what's the trip about this? It's just like, it's a double standard. You know, you got Yanez, who did not get, in jail for what he did to Philando Castile. You got Betty Shelby, who didn't serve any time, and not only that, she got her job back in another state or something like that. let alone she got a chance to be a counselor or something like that, or a teacher, talking about what she did. It's almost like she brags about it, like basically teaching a class on coping with shooting people and stuff like that. And yet she hasn't served any. Daniel Pantaleo should be in jail. Darren Wilson should be in jail. Look at this. You don't see any of that. And this man, I believe it was a mistake. Why would you shoot across your partner? Like he obviously thought she was a threat. He was in fear of not only his life, but his partner's life. But yet, the white media and the white law enforcement and the white court system does not want to see that. Yeah, it's too bad what happened to her. I'm not saying I don't feel anything for that, but she should have made herself clearly, like, not put herself in that position. It's messed up. It is messed up that happened, but that was a mistake. And I'm sure he didn't want to even do that. But they're painting him as if he had a whole intention on doing that. And they won't say anything about all these other cops that are doing stuff like this. And it's more than it reminds me of that those two cops in New Orleans, I forget their names. Two black cops in New Orleans that basically was going after a known criminal. They shot into the car. Unfortunately, they killed the child, which they didn't know was in the seat. But they get 40 years in prison. This guy, the guy that put them on that chase should have got 40 years, if not life, because he put his child's life at danger. You didn't see that happening to that guy. He didn't get anything. It's funny that the guy that was on the high-speed chase pretty much got like nothing. And yet, I think it was in Alabama, that one kid that got years for his friend's death after the cop shot him. And it's a double standard. That kid was black. The other guy that was in New Orleans that was being chased after was white. This country's double standard is going to eat itself alive. And it's going to be put forward in the worst way. You can't be evil like this for too long. God does not like ugly. Now, the reason why I read the woman's maiden name, from what I understand, she was not married yet. And people might get mad at that, but I'm not going to read her name as if she was already married. But condolences to her family. And you know what? I feel for Mr. Noor. It's messed up that they demonized him for being black, because yes, Somalians are black. I don't care how much some of you Somalians might try to get away from that. You're in America now, especially the American Somali, and you're seeing the treatment that a lot of us get. Plus him being a Muslim. It's so messed up, just demonizing this dude. They should have just kept with the first offense that he had on manslaughter. But yet they can let all these other race soldiers out. All these white cops that kill black people innocently all the time, they get let off all the time. They don't even go to jail. We had Jason Van Dyke, get arrested, but then they knock his stuff down to 6 years. He should be getting more than that. It's a shame. Anyway, you guys, Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think.